Chat, we got another song is called Hold Up. I'm excited. You know, every new song is like a little dopamine hit. So let's see what he has for us with this one.
Ciara, did you answer the question? Like, how did you feel about this as
Oh,
an intro
oh,
song,
the
though?
intro. Oh
Yeah.
yeah, the
Like, do you feel like it
intro.
was a strong intro
It
or like
was
mid or?
cool. It made me want to get into the album. I feel like that's what the intro should be. It should hook you. You know, I was hooked because I'm like, now what does he have to say? So yeah,
Okay.
that's a good intro to me.
All right.
I don't think it has to. I don't think intros have to be a certain way. I just feel like whatever you're gonna be talking about, it needs to somehow lead into that. So every intro don't
Okay.
have to be like a banger. It just needs to be like compelling, in my opinion. Okay, let's see what
Fair
we
enough.
got.
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right, y'all, let's see what they got. This one's called Hold Up. Ooh, I like this clapping. I don't know if this is. I don't know what if that's clapping, but I like it.
They'll probably think I'm a terrorist. Eat my asparagus, then I'm asking her thoughts of a young nigga. Fast money and freedom, a crash dummy for dollars. I know you dying to meet him. I probably die in a minute. Just bury me with 20 bitches, 20 million in the countdown fitted. Hold up, 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 hold up. Yeah, big shit.
Hold on. See. Okay, see,
Ooh,
now I
you hear
got.
that,
See, I already got to come back.
undertone, that bass right there. Ooh,
Yeah.
that was fire.
Now y'all are never
Put it
gonna guess.
underneath.
You're never gonna guess who I'm about to bring up. Okay, there is an artist who's very clearly influenced by Kendrick. I'm sure he's said this, but you know exactly who I thought about. Do y'all have a guess? I just want to let y'all guess, you know, see if y'all can guess. Because the way he came into there, saying that, I've heard someone have the exact same cadence, said it the same way, everything. He's a current rapper.
Is he like one of the big dogs in the industry, like at the top right now?
It's relative. He's had a lot of success. Not top 3 though. Not top 3.
Oh, well, never mind. I guess the guy I was gonna say is never mind.
Okay, so the person I had.
Go ahead.
Driv, did you have a guess?
I don't know.
Okay,
I'm blanking right now.
it was Logic. It's Logic. That's the person. Logic has had that like exact same like, cause I used to be a really big Logic fan, so I listened to a lot of his music. Bro, like the exact way he came in there, the cadence, everything, I can't remember the song. But like when he said "hull up" like that, bro, I've heard Logic do that exact same thing. And I think he's mentioned Kendrick being an influence, so it's not like, oh my god, like breaking news, but still, I just thought that was kind of funny because I wasn't really expecting that.
Right.
But that's who it is. Like, obviously Kendrick has influenced a lot of people, so this shouldn't be surprising, but it's my first time hearing the other person first before like the influence person, because in hip-hop I know most of the cadences and flows and all that of the most influential rappers, so I can kind of identify, oh, this came from this person. But because I didn't listen to earlier Kendrick, I know he was sounding like this on the songs. This is a little bit of a different vibe than anything that I've heard later than this, in terms of like the vibe of the song. This almost sounds like something J. Cole would make.
Hold up.
It's like when you okay, I was projects after this one. Like I'm saying, all right, so he has like what, 5 projects out now? I'm talking about Kendrick. So like even like with some of his later stuff, I'm like, it's fusions of like some of his older stuff. It's like, oh, this sounds like Section 80 and Good Kid, Mad City. Oh, this sounds like To Pimp a Butterfly and D Word. Like it's, I don't know. It's like it's interesting to kind of like, I think the more you listen to like this, you'll kind of see like where you might can make some connections. But we're so early on. This is only, this song number 2.
Yeah, right. That's the cool part. Okay, y'all. Let me not be a pause demon.
Fast money and freedom, a crash dummy for dollars. I know you dying to meet him. I probably die in a minute. Just bury me with 20 bitches, 20 million in the countdown fitted. Hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up, hold shit poppin'. Section 80. Back in this bitch, in the back of that bitch with my back against the wall and your bitch on the edge of my
A banger.
dick. Jump off. I call a bitch, a hoe, a woman. I never did nothing but break the ground on top of the asphalt. Tire mark gave you evidence that I'm easily pedaling with the speed of a lightning bolt. As a kid, I killed 2 adults. I'm too advanced. I lived my 20s at 2 years old. The wiser man. Truth be told, I'm like 87. Wicked as 80 reverends in a pool of fire with devils holding hands. From a distance, don't know which one is a Christian. Damn, who can I trust in 2012? There's no one, not even myself. A Gemini screaming for help. Somebody, hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up.
He's referenced that before.
Hold up. Yeah, big shit poppin'. Everybody watching. When you do it like this, nigga, losing ain't an option. Hold up, 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 hold up. Yeah, big shit poppin'. Hey, kick her out the studio, Ali.
Okay.
24/7 nigga working his ass for it. She popping that ass for it. The king of diamonds with diamonds, I never do ask for it. They checking my passport. I'm too accustomed with customs. You calling the task force. I killed it, somebody cuff them. They want me to fast forward the game. And why you complain when you niggas is passport? You'll never hop in my lane when you pushing a rap for it. You wrecking my Jaguar. You play like a bad sport. Her feet on the dashboard. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up.
Flow is.
Hold up. Yeah, big shit poppin'. Everybody watching. When you do it like this, nigga, losing ain't an option. Hold up. 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 Yeah, big shit poppin'. Everybody watching. When you do it like this, nigga. I wrote this record 30,000 feet in the air. Steward is complimenting me on my nappy hair. If I can fuck her in front of all of these passengers, they'll probably think I'm Osama. The plane emergency landed. It was an honor. Hold up.
Okay.
What y'all think? What y'all think?
Hold on. This one. Okay.
I wanted to ask y'all's opinion because like since we're reviewing Kendrick's music right now, it's like reigniting like my memory and like my likings of like why I love Kendrick. But I think he's not only do I feel like he's one of the best pen to paper rappers that we've ever had like across all generations. I'm not saying he's number one, but he's in that discussion, you know, at least that's my opinion. But besides that, I feel like one of the things that makes Kendrick so unique and so good that he does better than everybody else outside of his lyrical ability is like not just his flow, but like the way he talks. Like he sounds so especially when he does that in his music whenever he's like writing a very basic rhythm like he went from hold up, you know, like just that simple 1 2 1 2 1 2 again, that very bouncy rhythm. And then when he got into that second verse, you know, I forgot what he said because he said it pretty fast, but he was like rapping at like a much faster pace. It was like da 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 da, like it was like triplet. It was like 3/4 like time signature. It was wild, but like I could understand every single thing he said, whereas most other rappers, because you can hear it, and you guys will know what I mean by this. You can hear it when they try and do that. It'll sound like they're either trying too hard, and like you can hear like the effort they have to put into it, like to rap that quickly or to rap at that rhythm, or they'll sound very, you know, muffled, or they'll sound like, you know, like they're mumbling because they can't connect it, and they can't, you know, like verbally like execute like the lyrics that well. That's one of the things I love about Kendrick is like his ability to rap as if he's having a normal conversation, like as if he's talking and he's putting in zero effort. Like I always get that feeling when I listen to Kendrick. When I listen to Kendrick, I feel like he's not even trying. Like I just don't, you know.
No, I feel you on that. Like I actually feel now I'm gonna make a comparison between J. Cole and Kendrick Lamar. I've thought about this for a while.
Mhm.
You know, I feel like Kendrick Lamar, it seems like he was just it's almost like he was just blessed with that talent to be able to rap and be
Yeah.
like to be able to like express himself in a very poetic manner. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I think like J. Cole can do it too, but it's like it was a learned skill for him.
Yeah.
Like he learned how to do it later and like try to perfect it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But it's like Kendrick, it seemed like he could just do that jump like from the
Yeah.
beginning, and like
Ain't you gonna do
he was
that
just
shit.
blessed with that talent, and then just kept
Right.
on building upon it and got better and better.
Right.
But it's like the old expression too, though. You know, hard work beats talent. When talent doesn't work hard, even though he has the talent, he still had to work hard at his craft. You know, to get better and get to the point where he is now.
Right.
You know,
But
because
I
if he
think,
didn't, then somebody didn't have as much talent to overtake him.
Drip, I think, yeah, that's true. I think some people truly are just blessed with gifts. Like, I really do. Like, say for basketball reference, when it comes to touch or shooting, I truly do think some people are just, they're more inclined to be able to do it. Like you said, you do still have to work hard to build on that ability. But if everybody walks around thinking that they can shoot like Steph Curry, I'm sorry, you can't. There is something in that man that he was blessed with, or something that allows him to like, his baseline is like just higher than the average person, and then he had to add the work on top. That's what I feel like is like with Kendrick. Kendrick is like the type of guy where it's like his baseline talent was probably already very high compared to someone like J. Cole, where Cole had to kind of like build on those skills. Like his base on average though, they're both of their talent is just like naturally probably higher than the average person, right? It has to be that good. But what I'm trying to get at, I agree with y'all on the seeming like it's two different like paths to get into a similar destination, because we would all agree like they're in a similar tier. Now, who ranks who 1 and 2 or 1 and 2, 3, whatever, they're all in that same realm. Or to me, it's J. Cole and Kendrick. People just be throwing Drake in there for numbers, but let's be real, it's not the same. It's just not. But like Kendrick, I would just describe him as like, he is music. He is music. Music is within him. That's what it feels like when he puts a song together. It's not effortless. Don't get it twisted. Like, it's not effortless. Like, it takes a lot of hard work, all that. But some people, I think they just have like they just know what to put together. They know what sounds good. Another example, someone like Mariah Carey. She gets talked about for her singing, but her writing though is like on point. And her ability to like make songs is like, we were talking about that earlier with like Beyonce. Her ability to write and make good songs is just on a different level than a lot of other people that can sing. So it allowed her to reach higher heights than a lot of people who could just do one thing. Kendrick can do so many different things. Like, he can write, but he's also in tune with the music on a different level that I think elevates it to like what we were talking about before, with like either like the cadences he's puts, or like putting those background vocals in there. That is just very musical. And I think that is like, I feel like in a way we've seen it with a lot of artists before. Like, hip hop is still relatively young as a genre, right? But there's only a few people historically that have had that real musical element and been like that high of a tier of a rapper. Because we have people that have that musical element, but they're not as great of a rapper. Exhibit A, Kanye West. He's not the best rapper, but you'd be lying if you didn't say that man was a musical genius, right? But his rapping and the musicality are not really on the same tier. The rapping is below the musicality, but the musicality is out the part, so he can make crazy good songs, right? But Kendrick, I would argue, the musicality and the rapping is like at the same level, which are both a very high tier, and that's very abnormal.
He has no.
Yeah, I don't think he has any. I don't think he has any weaknesses. Yeah, like, I feel like he could do anything if he wanted to, like whatever type of
like,
style.
Like to
but
go
like,
or go ahead, Trev. You go first.
Hey Judy, how you doing, fam? I appreciate you pulling up, man. How's your day going so far? How's everything been?
I actually seen a documentary where um Kendrick Lamar was talking about, I think it was, I forgot who it was. Like it was, I think it was like a To Pimp a Butterfly documentary, right?
Mm.
And he was talking about how some of the people he worked with and stuff, saying like he's like the way that he approaches music and like the way that he like sounds and stuff is like a jazz artist.
Right.
Like, and
Yep.
that was really interesting because like, and I'm gonna say this too because it's tricky to say like sometimes like, oh, this person is born innately with this talent or they develop it at a super young age. Because you know, when we're like 1 years old, 2 years old, 3 years old, like I, honestly, personally, I can remember back to when I was 4 years old, right? But before that, I can't really remember anything, right? So, but that doesn't mean I wasn't still learning stuff, and that doesn't mean I wasn't still hearing stuff. All the stuff you absorb as a child, whether you remember it or not, like that stuff affects you. So it could be that, for example, like with Stephen Curry, right? He had the privilege of having a father in the NBA that was actually a great shooter. So he was able to see his dad work out, see the way he shoots the ball, and he can mimic that, and then over time he learned that at a young age and he can perfect it even more, you know what I'm saying? As opposed to somebody learning it like later on in life and then trying to perfect it. He has a lot more time to do that. So I say all that to say, going back to music, maybe Kendrick Lamar, like, cause he talks about his parents and stuff too. His parents like to play liked to play music a lot. So maybe they were playing like some of those, that funk, that soul, even like some rock and roll or whatever. Like, it could have been a variety of music that he took in and that helped him develop like his thought process and how music should sound and stuff like that. And but just to look at it biologically too, it's definitely possible that a person could be born in a way like, for example, with basketball, maybe they have a bit more muscle mass, maybe they have more quick twitch than slow twitch muscle, just as their physical makeup. Even in the brain, maybe they have more neurons in this particular part compared to another part, and that helps them perform better on the court. But also, when you look at artists, it could be the same thing. Like, the throat, the muscles around the throat, the vocal cords, all that stuff plays a part in how you sound and how you can perform. So maybe they're born with certain, muscles that perform a little better, certain tissues that perform a little better. And then their mind, the way the neurons are structured and stuff like that too, can help them be able to come up with creative ideas and stuff more so than another person. So it's a lot of different factors that creates a person, you know what I'm saying? It's cool to look at that though. Like, but yeah, that's why I just wanted to respond to that because I was like, that was pretty interesting.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
Yeah,
it's very interesting.
I like the analogies that you use, Ciara. And like with the Steph Curry example, it's like I I I really do feel like there are certain people. I feel like God. I feel like God has this like this 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 blessing and like this gift that's like reserved for like the very few people that come through in this world. It's like with Steph, it's like, hey, this is my golden whatever. I'm giving this to you for basketball. You're gonna have the best touch ever in basketball. Or you can look at, you can look to a different sport or to a different profession, and we can use music for example. We can use Kendrick. Like I feel like Kendrick is that guy of this generation where he was given that head start and just that like when you play 2K and you build a my player and you buy like a crap ton of VC and you automatically start your my player at like what 89 or whatever the hell it is. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like there
Mhm.
are certain people that come through this world where they're that opportunity to just have it immediately. Now it's on them to get in the lab, get in the stew, and put in the work and act upon that and then to build from that to be even better. But there are certain people that even if they never worked or really put in the effort to try and be better or put in the blood, sweat, and tears and the hours that it takes to be good at that profession and whatever it is they want to be great at, that they have that natural God-given ability in, they would still be somewhat really good even without any of the sacrifice and the struggle it takes to be great. And Kendrick is like that. I honestly feel like if Kendrick was one of those rappers that like took it very very casually and he was like, do I feel like making music? Do I not feel like making music? I feel like if he was honestly in that mental state, as a rapper or as an artist, correction, I still feel like he would be successful. Nowhere near to the degree he is now, obviously. Like where Kendrick is right now and who he is and what he's done, it takes work as well. There's no denying that. But I do really believe that even if he had like the crappiest of like, values, mentalities, philosophies, just principles that he lived by, and if he was the laziest, didn't take it seriously whatsoever type of rapper that we have a lot of those guys in this industry, I still feel like he would be talked about and still would be, loved and would have a fan base and his music would still sell and reach out to so many people. I feel like there's like a very select few of people that come through this world in whatever facet of life, whatever profession, artistry, whatever. There is a very select few people that get that.
What's good, P? How you doing, man? Doing
that
the
cheat
album
code,
review.
that free, that
How's your day going so
just
far?
that extra boost, that head start, and whatever it is that they do. And Kendrick is that guy in our industry today, or in the hip hop industry for sure, or at least one of them.
Hey, rap, welcome.
Yeah, I agree.
But
Oh shit.
yeah, I feel you on
What's
that.
Dang, I
going
thought
on? I'm just observing.
All right. Hope all is well. Yeah, like I agree with you guys about that. It's just like I think you made a fair point, Drip, about like it doesn't necessarily have to be that a person's born with it. It could definitely be the environment, that's a very valid, the Steph Curry thing. I'm almost certain that had to have some impact. His dad being a professional player, seeing other players, that had to have some type of impact. My counter to that would be there's a lot of players who have had parents who were good shooters, professional athletes, but all of them haven't had the outlier success he's had. Some of them have had success, but in terms of the shooting and the touch, it's just so like abnormal that like I can't even say it's just that. It has to be something else. Either like you made the point about, it could be neural connections. I talk about this all the time. People talk about the stats and what Steph can do on the court. I'm thinking about, this guy's spatial awareness is like out of this world. His hand-eye coordination is alien-like. Like it's not normal at all. That's what I'm looking at, and that's the stuff with the brain. Like that's mental stuff that you can't really like account for with stats. Right. So I think it can be stuff like that, similar with music too, where like, maybe if you are like put in the environment where you're nurtured around a lot of music and different sounds, that definitely has to open up your brain to a lot more like possibilities. And I think we hear that from a lot of different artists. I would say Andre 3000 and Outkast, they're another group where you can obviously hear that their mind and their sound is just so open. That probably happened at a young age. Or I would say another group more modern is like Earth Gang, that kind of reminds and gives vibes of someone like Kendrick or Outkast in terms of like just how big of a range they have musically and it still being hip hop. And I think that has a lot to do with the environment in that sense, because like even the samples and the production on it, it's not straightforward cookie cutter. It's always something new. It's like a musical journey, but like the way he's able to use his lyricism to create a story. Like some people can paint a picture with the words. He's painting pictures with his words, his cadence. Like when he's saying hold up, like you get that relaxed vibe. Like it's like he's riding it in the air. I feel like I'm in the air with him. I don't know how,
like, it's funny you said that, because like I definitely saw a contrast between the first song and the second song. It's like the first song had some like high intensity kind of energy a little bit, but then this one was like they just went to like straight mellow. I was like, oh,
right.
Interesting.
Right, and his approach changed. Like we all know there's some rappers who sound the same on every single song they're on, and at a certain point you get burnt out with that sound. Think someone like the Baby, right? Like he's the best example. Like people are like, yo, he done made the same song like 100 times, and it's like this is why we should appreciate the people like Kendrick and others who have the ability to be dynamic with how they deliver stuff. Because I think we kind of take it for granted, because the commercial hip hop it's crazy he even broke into the commercial scene, because I would argue he never really had any songs coming up that were like, oh, this is straight up for the radio. Unless I'm missing, maybe we could say maybe Swimming Pools, but even that song is extremely deep and layered.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
None of his stuff was commercial until Good Kid, Mad City. Really, like what it was made for. You're 100% right on that, Ciara.
But it's just wild because
And
usually
even then, he still didn't really get. Well, I'll say in the Atlanta area, he didn't really get like any radio play at all.
no,
Like,
not at
you know
all.
what I'm saying?
Not at
So,
all. We were not hearing Kendrick until Swimming Pools. I think that was like the
that's
first
like
one.
of the only, yeah, maybe, yeah. True.
Kendrick, like where does he come from?
Yeah.
Like where?
He's from Compton.
Oh, that's right. My fucking dumbass. He said that. Yeah.
He does. He says it
Compton,
like every fucking song.
Yeah, I overlook that. Like that he says it all the time where I just forget about it. You know, like but yeah.
Yeah.
It's all good. Yo, y'all ready for song number 3 though?
Yeah. Look, I think this is a popular one, so I'm
I've
excited.
actually quoted this song quite a few times. Was trolling you before, Ciara.
Wait, trolling
Sounds
me?
like you
Oh
might-
wait,
you might-
this is wait.
yeah,
Is
you might
this what you were
recognize
talking
it.
about yesterday in the chat?
No, I didn't. No.
Oh, it wasn't that.
It was some time before, yeah.
Okay.
I've done it
Let's see if
a
I
few
remember.
times.
Let's see if I remember what it was. Hold on, let me turn it back up. Okay, y'all, we're on song number 3.
Like I feel like Hold Up is probably gonna. I have a feeling it's gonna be my favorite song on the album just because I'm a big vibe, like the energy, like just the image that you can paint in my head for me as an artist and how your track sounds. I'm really big on that when it comes to music, especially in hip hop. That's why fucking Uzi is my favorite rapper ever. And I know he sucks now, but that's why I fell in love with him because I could close my eyes and I could feel like I was watching a movie in my head or like he was taking me somewhere for me. So that's big for me when it comes to music. And I got that vibe 100% in this track. So I feel like this will probably be my favorite track of the album. I'm definitely open to listen to the rest though.